Kia ora. I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Corporate social action plans are under the microscope today. But first, the warnings we've been reporting earlier in the week keep coming in the US. Now their February durable goods order data shows them 1.1% lower than for the prior month, and that is a worse outcome than the 0.8% rise expected. It was also well down on the 3.5% rise in January. However, year on year at least, it is up 2.3%. Companies are investing, however. Non-defence capital goods orders are up a strong 13% higher year on year. And the more up-to-date March data for PMIs is fortunately more positive, indicating a continuing moderate level of expansion for both manufacturing and services. New order growth is the best since 2015, and new export orders are part of the reason. In Europe, the same survey suggests they've returned to economic expansion in March for the first time in 6 months. This was led by factories, especially in Germany. The German service sector was one of the few majors to expand. In China, the world's largest clothing brand, Sweden's H&M, is under assault there, in one of their biggest markets where they have over 400 stores. They're under assault over its commitment not to buy cotton produced in Western China made with forced labour. Beijing calls this politics, and they have organised boycotts and protests. H&M's stance started over 2 years ago, but the pushback is only starting now that international pressure is building. And we regularly report on the Taiwanese economy. Most of their economic benchmarks have been quite impressive over the past few years, but that may not last. They're in the midst of a severe drought, one that will start affecting industrial output soon. And the flash PMI for Australia has been released for March, showing a survey record increase in input costs, with higher prices for a wide range of materials and a spike in shipping costs. But the new orders are rising as the pandemic restrictions abate, and employment is rising as a consequence. And staying in Australia, the ANZ Bank is under pressure as the worst bank for financing fossil fuel projects, despite it being the smallest of their big four banks. ANZ made a big deal about exiting this type of funding last year, but its declared pace of retreat is the slowest of any of these banks. The US Treasury 10-year yield is down 2 basis points at just on 1.62%, and the price of gold starts today up $8 in New York at $1,735 an ounce. And oil prices have recovered today as well, up $2 and now just on $61 a barrel in the US, while the international price is now just over $64 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar opens today even lower at 69.9 US cents and down by another quarter cent, and well outside the long-term 71 to 73 range has been all year. Against the Australian dollar, we're holding at 91.7 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're holding as well at 59.1 euro cents. Today's shift's all about a rising greenback. That means our trade-weighted index opens today marginally lower at 72.3. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.